mamas, and welcome back to another episode to the moms. I'm your host, Amaris, and we have Kathy here.
Hi, guys.
How is everyone doing? If you hear my
Good.
voice,
Same.
I'm a little sick.
We both are.
Yeah, we're both sick, recovering. I think you're at the end of yours, and I'm at the beginning of mine, so that's a joy. Anyways, let's get into today's topic. Kathy, what are we talking about?
So I don't know if we have if we discuss like a title for the episode,
We
but
didn't.
basically this is kind of like a late 90s, early 2000s nostalgia on TV shows, cartoons. We basically want to talk about cartoons and shows that we grew up watching. And we definitely want to dive into Quiet on Set.
Yes.
Because we both recently saw it and there's a lot of talk around it and we have a lot to say.
We have a lot to say as mothers, as watchers of these shows. So yeah, we have a lot to say. So I feel like we should issue a trigger warning because for those who didn't watch it, my lights just twinkle. Like that was so weird. Oh my God. It was like, I was like, wait a minute. But yeah, a trigger warning for those who haven't watched it, chose not to watch it, have not seen it. We'll let you know once we start talking about it, where if you want to hop on off, that's fine.
Yeah. We don't know how much, it depends on how this conversation goes. We don't know how deep we're going to go into it.
Right.
So yeah, but to keep things light, why don't we talk about some of our all-time favorite shows growing up? I know I categorize mine by like TV network. Did you do the same thing?
Yes and no. Like I, was always watching Disney Channel, Cartoon Network, and Nickelodeon.
Okay. Yeah.
I think those are the only three networks that I truly was like watching.
Yeah, pretty much same. With the exception of like 2 or 3 shows that are on different networks.
Okay.
So, do you want to go first?
Sure. So let's talk about Disney Channel, just because growing up, I don't know what cable you had, and I don't know what cable I had growing up, but the way I would watch TV is Disney Channel was, I think, Channel 31, then Channel 32 was like Cartoon Network.
And then 33.
33 was
Nick.
Nickelodeon.
Yeah. So we had the same.
Yeah. So I remember with Disney Channel, I would watch, what was it, like Disney Channel Junior. So you had, what was on Disney Channel Junior that I watched all the time?
There was a Disney Channel Junior, but what is that, like cartoons? Or
it's for the kids, like Junior. For like toddlers. So on that show, actually now that I'm thinking about it, I barely watch anything on Disney Channel Junior.
I don't think I did really.
But like watching Hannah Montana, Sweet Life of Zack and Cody, I was all about that. The Disney Channel movies, like High School Musical. Oh my gosh. For
me, the
original movies. Those were like amazing. I used to treat that as like the Oscars. Like, oh my gosh, it's coming. There's a new episode, or like there's a new movie. Grab the popcorn, grab your soda, get the snacks. And my sister and I will just sit in the living room, like watch whatever was like on. The Cheetah Girls were on there.
Oh my gosh,
that was so huge.
I think we need to do a separate episode talking about like the Disney Channel original movies, because there's so many.
Yeah, there's so
that could be really fun. That could be a really fun episode.
Yeah, we could do like a whole deep dive on like each single one that we, because there's just so many,
and there's a lot of like forgotten ones too.
I will say, I don't want to get any hate, but Halloween Town, I wasn't about that life.
Amaris, shut the fuck up.
I've never watched it. I could not get into it.
What?
Yeah, I never understood the hype. I'm sorry, guys.
What? No.
So like every time people like reference it, I'm just like,
it's so good. It's so good. Yeah. Well, the first 2, and then I don't know what happened. I don't remember what happened after the first 2. Those were like the original ones that were really good.
Yeah, I did not watch that.
Oh my gosh, I love them. But anyways, what was your like all-time favorite show on Disney?
Oh wow. I I don't know, because there's Wizard of Waverly Place.
Did you like that one? I didn't like that one.
I did. I actually, you know why I liked it? I'm really into like magic and like wizard and like witches. So I want to say that one because it reminded me of like Harry Potter. I love Harry Potter.
Oh,
you know, like
gotcha.
I'm really into that vibe, that witchy
I could
vibe.
see that. Yeah. I don't know. I didn't really like the later shows, like Sweet Life. I watched it because sometimes that's all that was on TV. But I wasn't like crazy about it. Even Hannah Montana, like, yeah, I watched it, but I wasn't crazy about it. My shows were like Lizzie McGuire.
Oh, that's right. Even
Stevens was my
Kim
shit.
Possible. Yo, Kim Possible was my shit too.
Nah.
That's why it's my text tone. Dun, 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 dun.
Oh shit!
You never realized that? Yeah.
No, that's so funny.
Yeah.
Sister. Do you remember that?
Oh yeah, classic. Yeah. I love Sister.
That's so Raven.
Yo, that's
Raven. She's funny, man.
Yo, she's hilarious.
I got Boy Meets World. Did you watch that?
Here and there. I wasn't like some big fan. Like I know Corey and Topanga, but like that's about it.
Okay. You know what it is about Boy Meets World? I mean, I feel like I watched it as when I was like a little bit older. I feel like at the time, like when it came out, like I felt like I was too young for it. Like that's because they were older, you know?
Right. That's how I felt. I know my mom watched it and I would watch it here and there with her. But I wasn't like a huge fan. If I'm being honest, I also was watching like daytime operas, like the English soap operas.
Really?
Yeah.
That is so funny.
So like I can't remember like Sister because I think every time I would come home, Days of Our Lives or All My Children.
That
or
is so fun.
General Hospital.
On,
you know?
That is so funny. Those are the shows that would be like when you would go to the doctors.
Yeah. And I would be like into it, like, oh my
You're
God,
so
like this
funny.
is crazy. So like I think that's why like Wizard of Waverly Place was like my show, but don't get me wrong, like I was all about like That's So Raven too, because Raven was funny.
She was funny. I have here Phil of the Future. Did you watch that?
Oh, I did watch Phil of the Future. Yeah.
And then the only one, and I don't know if you're gonna remember this. This is like way back. There was a show on Disney called Bug Juice. Do you remember this?
Well, I don't know why that sounds familiar.
It's like, think like The Real World, but like kids that are like in high school and they go to camp.
Huh.
And there was like drama and they'd go to like dances.
Oh,
I know. Wow. Yeah, that was my shit. Bug Juice. That's like old though. Like I can't.
Okay.
Maybe late 90s for that one.
Okay.
But it was good. Like it was. Yeah. But goodness. That's pretty much all we have for Disney.
All right. So Cartoon Network.
Okay. I was gonna say, were you like Team Disney or Team Nickelodeon?
I was all team everything.
Okay.
Like I would literally watch it all.
Same. Okay. All right. So Cartoon Network.
The Cartoon Network. Oh my God. The Powerpuff Girls.
Yes.
I love the Powerpuff Girls. Oh my gosh.
The Cartoon Network just reminds me of being with Abraham and Angel growing up. Because that's literally all we watched all the time. Gosh.
I love the Powerpuff Girls. Courage the Cowardly Dog.
I had that on my list. Yeah,
that was great. From time to time, I will watch Samurai Jack. Have you seen that?
Yeah,
I had a love-hate relationship. I was like, "What's going on?" I'm very interested. My sister, I think, was like in love with it.
Really?
Oh yeah. Ed and Eddie.
Yeah.
Oh my God, I love Ed and Eddie.
Johnny Bravo.
Yeah.
Dexter's Lab.
Classic.
And Scooby Doo.
Classic. Another classic. Yep. Another classic.
Tom and Jerry.
Oh my gosh.
I know.
Yes.
Those were good. Like top tier cartoons there.
Yeah, they were. They were really good. Oh my gosh. I think out of everything you named, the Powerpuff Girls were like my favorite.
Yeah.
My favorite. Like, I love Blossom, Bubbles, and Buttercup.
Sugar, spice, and everything nice. These are the ingredients.
I just loved it. Oh my gosh. Me and my sister, since we love this so much, I think we had like the bed sheets, the dolls.
Oh, I
Yeah,
love
and
it.
the dolls, like I think their eyes like glowed in the dark, so we would like sleep with them. And I remember I would wake up from time to time and see like the eyes glow, and I thought that was so cool.
That is so cool. I love
But
that.
yeah, the Powerpuff Girls was my shit. I honestly can't wait to show the Powerpuff Girls to the girl to Cirilla to see if she'll be interested.
Yeah, maybe she would. I think she would.
I think she would too. Maybe.
Have you watched some of these cartoons as an adult now? Like, I don't think I have. Like, I'm curious.
No, I haven't. I'm do though. I really do. I want to start watching cartoons I've seen in the past just to see if I missed something.
Right, that's what I'm saying. And like, do I want to introduce that to my child? Like, I don't know. But I'm like really curious to see some of these shows because we'll dive into the documentary. But
yeah. No, I literally was thinking about that while Cirilla was in here on her tablet. I was just picking up around here. I'm like, I really have to like dive into these shows because right now I think they're on Netflix. And I'm like, I really need to see if these are episodes or shows period that I want the kids to watch because I don't want them to see something and just
exactly.
like, I don't think I should be watching this.
Yeah, you just never know.
You just never know.
Before we dive into Nickelodeon, I just wanted to. I don't know if you had the channel The End.
No.
Well, I did, and I was like a diehard Degrassi fan. So
I did not have that channel. So
I grew up on Degrassi. So, but see, that's a show I would probably not show my kids.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. It depends on the age. Like, obviously, like if you're like 16, 17, 18.
Oh, yeah, of course.
Then, yeah, because it does dive into like really like real life shit.
Stuff. Yeah. Oh my gosh. Did you watch the network PBS Kids? So like Arthur, Dragon Tales.
Yeah, Dragon Tales. Come on.
Take my hand. Da, da, da. Yeah, Dragon Tales. Arthur.
Arthur was my shit.
I know.
What was the song? Every day when I'm walking down the street, everybody that you meet. Something like
and I say,
hey,
what a wonderful kind of day. Hey.
That was a good show. I love that.
That was your DW. I'm like, DW. Low key reminds me of DW. Low key.
The other day I said to Blue, that's vomitrocious. He's like, what the fuck is that? I was like, Muffy from Arthur. I still say that shit.
Vomitrocious. I've never heard of that.
Yeah, she says that all the time, like in every episode.
Oh man, I have to look back now.
Yeah,
I think Arthur is one show that kept it clean. Yes. I kept it well. Yeah. And I almost feel like PBS Kids was truly meant for like kids.
I think so. Yeah.
Have you seen the show? What happened?
I was gonna say very like low stimulating shows too. I feel like
low stimulating. Yes. Yeah. But what I was gonna say, the show Zoom on.
Yeah, Zoom.
Yo,
no.
You're thinking of
the Xenon.
Yeah, you're thinking of that.
But I know what you're talking about. Yeah,
they would like do like these.
Come on and Zoom. Come on and Zoom.
Yeah. They'll do all these like weird experiments, and I thought that was so cool. And again, a show with a group of kids, and like everything. I hope everything was fine.
I think that show was pretty educational, though.
It was.
There's one show that we let Grayson watch now that he loves, and I'm pretty sure it's from PBS Kids. Zaboomafoo. Do you remember that?
I don't know.
It's very educational. It's like these two brothers, and they're like into animals and shit. And,
okay.
You know, like those kind of shows.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just they just look at animals and
all day. Yeah. And then there was Sesame Place. Was that on PBS Kids?
Oh yeah,
right?
Oh, I don't know, but Sesame actually that's a really good show for kids. I feel like
that is.
Grayson
my kids watch it sometimes.
Grayson too, and I was watching it recently, like the newer episodes, and it's pretty educational. I really like it.
That's good to know. That's good to know. But yeah, other than those three, I forgot about PBS Kids until we
Yeah.
were talking
Yeah,
about
I
it.
totally forgot about that.
Because I grew up on Arthur. Oh my
Same.
gosh. Oof,
Same.
I love Arthur. But do you have any other shows to share that's not on Nickelodeon?
I'm not sure if this one was on Nickelodeon or not. Full House, was that on?
No,
No,
wasn't
right?
that? I don't
Nick,
know where it originally came from.
because I
I
used to
know.
watch it on Nick at Night,
Oh yeah, it was on Nick at Night.
but I don't, maybe ABC? I don't know. Um, and I had that 70s show.
When were you watching that show?
I was watching that in middle school, maybe, or even like before that, actually.
Oh
Like
wow,
fifth, I know. Like fifth.
that's.
Me and Adam used to like love that show.
I think I started watching that show like in high school because like it was just
It is
on.
old, yeah.
Yeah, but I used to watch Seventh Heaven with like my
Oh
mom.
yeah, Seventh Heaven.
I don't know. That's how it goes.
That's all I remember. Or Sabrina the Teenage Witch. I'm surprised, Amaris, because that's very
Yeah,
witchy.
it is. I don't know. There's something about it I could not get into
Really?
it. Yeah, my mom will watch it, and I'll just watch it here and there with her, but I wasn't
Yeah.
like, I'm so excited.
Oh, damn. Okay. All right. Now moving on to Nickelodeon. Oh, I have a shit ton of shows.
What wasn't I watching on
Nickelodeon.
Nickelodeon? They had Dora, Blue's Clues.
Blue's Clues we do watch now. Love Blue's Clues. We're diehard Blue's Clues people.
Yeah. Yeah, I haven't seen recent episodes, but I was watching Blue's Clues, Dora.
It's really
Franklin.
good. Oh yeah, Franklin.
I love Franklin. Oh my
so
gosh.
cute. And another that's a really low stimulating show too for kids.
Yeah. Oh well, that's good to know. Maybe I need to find Franklin so that I can play
and
it for my kids.
Little Bear. That was so cute. I love
really
that.
Cute.
I
Yeah.
have on here Rocket Power. I remember watching that.
Rocket Power. Yeah.
I used to watch that with Abraham and Angel all the time.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. The Wild Thornberries.
Oh wow, Thornberry. Rugrats.
Oh, that's my
shit. You can't tell me shit.
You can't tell me shit. You can't tell. That is my shit.
That is my show.
That's my show.
Love the Rugrats.
If I had to name, my favorite cartoon of all time, I'd have to say it's the Rugrats.
Same. I love the movies.
The movies.
Rugrats going to Paris.
The Paris, yeah.
Oh. Their spinoff, like Rugrats, all grown up. Oh my gosh.
I'm gonna introduce that to Grayson. He has experience, yeah.
Yeah, they need to experience the Rugrats.
Oh,
they just have
to. I have Fairly Odd Parents.
Fairly Odd Parents. Yep.
Hey Arnold.
Classic. A legend.
Just love, yeah. Iconic.
So iconic. That's another show I will be introducing to the kids. That is really good.
And it's just the way these shows are written too. It's like they're just so good.
They are. Yeah.
They're so good.
The only thing that was so weird about Hey Arnold was like Helga's like obsession.
Oh yeah,
with Arnold.
Yeah, you're right.
But like low key, like tell me that girls weren't like writing in their diaries like how cute their crush was. So like as cringy as it was, it's like kind of so true.
I know.
You know?
I know. That's funny. And they had like a movie too, right? Didn't they?
They did, and I thought at the end they were gonna reveal who his parents were. And did they? Or
I don't remember.
Did they not? I don't remember either. You know what I loved on Nickelodeon? As Told by Ginger.
Bitch, I have that on my list.
I
didn't know if you were gonna remember that one.
I love Ginger.
That was a good show.
Did you see like the ending season where she's like grown up and stuff?
Yes.
I never saw, like, there were episodes
I did see it.
I did not see them, so I found a way to watch them online. I graduated college, moved to a different place. I didn't have a job, so what was I doing all day? I was binge watching all of As Told by Ginger.
That is so random, America.
What is the truth? And towards the end, I'm like watching it. I'm crying. I'm hysterically crying because I thought this girl fucking died, and she didn't.
I need to rewatch that show because I don't remember much.
Oh my, that was my show.
It was good.
Love that as How My Ginger. So watching that as like an adult, graduated from college, no job, I was like very, I don't know, I felt very like good about it. I was like, oh my god, this is
no,
so
and
good.
I feel like it's a cartoon that's meant for like preteens and teenagers. Like,
yes,
like I think that's so cool. Like they don't make them like that anymore.
They don't. They don't. I want to say like the cartoons now are just not.
What's on right now? I don't even know.
I don't even know, but I can tell you it's not great. Because I have no interest in watching whatever like Peppa Pig.
Yeah. Oh no.
There are scenes in Peppa Pig where Thane is like running away with his hands like covering his ears because he can't stand that someone in there is like whining or like yelling for help.
I've heard it's very overstimulating, that show.
Yeah. And they say that Peppa Pig is a brat and it makes her kid a brat. I'm like, I wonder if that's the reason why Cyrilla's having all these big feelings.
She likes Peppa Pig?
She does. They do like Peppa Pig.
I mean, the kids like it. I know my sister loved it when she was little. My mom always had. I just never liked it.
Yeah.
Could never get into it.
You know what show I do not like that's a pig? Olivia. I hate it.
Oh, I've heard of that. Yeah.
Olivia! It's like, shut up.
Yeah. No.
So overstimulating. Even and my nephew loved it, and I was still in high school, and I would hear it, and I would just be like, oh my god, scarred. No. I'm scarred. I don't want Olivia at all in this house.
I just thought of one cartoon that has nothing to do with this Nickelodeon list. Because I don't even remember what network it was on, but Winnie the Pooh.
Disney, right?
Oh yeah, duh.
Disney, yeah,
Disney. It's a Disney classic.
Yeah, it's a Disney classic.
I just think that's the sweetest show.
It is. It's so nice.
And when Grayson was sick with the hand, foot, mouth disease, we introduced that show to him. Mm-hmm. And watching it now as an adult, I'm like, this is such a sweet show. Like the way it's written, and it's just so like magical. And
yeah,
girl, you need to watch some Winnie the Pooh. I'm telling you, it's like the sweetest show. The way it's written, everything about it, I love it. And Blue was like, how come no one's talking about Winnie the Pooh? Like, this is good.
I'll try. Right now, they're in their, like, Peppa Pig, Bluey stage. Yeah. We tried to push Bluey on them because it's a great show. Like, there have been scenes where Abraham's, like, crying, teary-eyed, and I'm just like, oh my gosh, like, that is, like, so
I can't
sad.
wait to get Grayson on, because I want to watch it. I've heard it's, like, really good.
Yeah, it is. It is.
Sorry, went on a tangent, guys.
I know, sorry.
Back to Nickelodeon.
Program.
Yeah. Yes.
Nickelodeon.
Other cartoons. SpongeBob. But I wouldn't introduce that to my kids.
No, I would not introduce.
Because there's nothing educational about it. It's like stupid.
Yeah.
It's stupid.
It's just, that's something they can watch maybe when they're like preteen.
Yeah.
If they're
but I did love me some SpongeBob. I
did. I watched SpongeBob every Sunday morning getting ready to go to church. Eating my McDonald's for breakfast. Like
I was
watching it every
I love that you have
week.
that core memory.
I do. Oh goodness. What other shows on Nickelodeon did I watch? That wasn't part of the documentary. I'm trying to think about that.
Oh, so I have, let me see. I put down that aren't a part. The only one that I have that's not a part of the documentary is Are You Afraid of the Dark? Do you remember that?
Yo, yes.
Yeah, that was my shit.
And they purposely put that at nighttime, and I will watch that like literally in the dark and get freaked out.
No, I used to watch it with Abraham and Angel, and I don't remember if it was Abraham or Angel that just didn't like it, but maybe it was Abraham. But we would like make it scary. Like we would build forts. And we would have like flashlights. Abraham probably won't remember this.
Yeah.
But Angel probably will. And yeah, we made it like a whole vibe.
Damn, you guys were like, we're gonna create the whole thing. I still remember there was this, an episode and a scene where a kid, and everything is dark, he had to go to a bathroom stall to get a clue, and he was freaked out. I'm just there like, Of course, nothing happened. Like, nothing really happens in these shows.
I know! That's the funny part. Like, it's not scary, but it's like at the time for us. Like,
at the time for us, I was just like...
It's just funny because, like what now, like, the shows now that are scary are fucking scary, but like I feel like we were so, I don't want to say innocent, but we kind of, like, our generation were
we were
mm-hmm.
we were.
But anyways, moving on to the shows that were featured on the Quiet on Set. So the first one, The Amanda Show, that was like my favorite show.
I love The Amanda Show.
I loved Amanda Bynes. Like,
I love Amanda Bynes too.
Completely loved that show. All that.
Yep. All that. I did watch Victoria Justice, or is that her name? Victorious. The show Victorious.
Wasn't into that one, but I think Blue was like that one.
Yeah, I like that. I know Abraham watched it. iCarly, Zoe 101.
Zoe 101. And then Drake and Josh.
And Josh. Yeah.
After the Amanda Show, Drake and Josh was probably like my second favorite show.
Yeah, I would want to say that too, because I think after Drake and Josh, I think iCarly came out.
Yeah.
And then Victorious came out.
Sam and Cat, right?
I wasn't interested in Sam and Cat.
I'm not a big Ariana Grande fan. I'm sorry.
So I never was either. I did not like her character on Victorious. I think they made her too ditzy, too stupid. And in reality, teenagers aren't like that. So I thought that was very off.
Yeah, same.
And then when they did Sam and Cat, I was just like, no, this isn't.
It was like dumb. Like, I don't know.
It was very like, yeah.
I couldn't get into it.
I could not get into it. And when she left Nickelodeon and started doing like music, I couldn't get into her music up until her song. What song? I think Side to Side, when that song came out, and then I was like, okay, like she's a vibe. I do like her music. I do like her album now. It's very catchy. But it still brings me back to clips that I've seen on her on YouTube, because again, like, I was heavily interested on YouTube watching all these like stuff. And they put this in the documentary, so now's your chance to like leave if you don't want to listen.
Yeah.
But
so,
go.
No, go.
I dish. Okay.
Yeah, go.
So I don't know if you've seen the clips where, like, well, it was in the documentary, but her putting her foot in her mouth and like all that stuff. I remember when I first watched it back in the day, I was like, this is why I don't like her, because she's doing dumb shit like this. Like,
Same.
Who's allowing her to do dumb shit like
I did
this?
think it was, I remember vividly thinking when I watched it as a kid, like, this is dumb. Like why? What's the point of this?
Right. Like, I don't find it funny. And back in the day, I didn't think foot fetish was like a thing. I was an adult when I understood that there were certain fetishes, but me as a kid,
you don't think anything of it. You just think it's dumb.
Of it. You think it's dumb. You think it's weird and low key. I was like, this kind of low key is making me uncomfortable.
Yeah, it's just crazy though. Like, like you said, like, as a kid, you didn't see like the
humor,
the adult humor behind it. But now, as an adult, and we're watching these scenes back, I'm like, what the hell?
Yeah, now it's like, I understand why I was uncomfortable.
Even Blue was like, oh, wait, what? Like, we watched that as kids and we thought it was okay? Like,
Abraham was like, what the hell?
But
like, that's completely inappropriate.
Yeah, like, the Amanda Show, like, just think about all those scenes. Like, there's one scene, I forgot what the skit is called, but it's like, she's in the hot tub with Dan Schneider. Like, that's weird.
I remember when I saw that, I was like,
well, what?
I've been in a hot tub with adults, but those adults were my parents.
Yeah.
Because we wanted to be in the hot tub and they were there in the hot tub, but there was no other adult. And even if we were on vacation and they were in the hot tub and me and my sister wanted to get in, they'll say like, no, this is for adults. You got to go back to the kiddie pool where we can like watch you. So it's like, I don't see like the humor.
Yeah, no. Yeah,
Of
looking back on it, I'm just like, oh, that is
it.
kind of weird. It gave me the
That's
ick.
weird. Yeah, it gave me the ick too. It definitely gave me the ick. And
And
even back then when I saw it, I was like, the ick.
I didn't even think that,
I
which is the
did.
crazy part. I mean,
Yeah.
and I feel like most kids didn't think much of
No,
it.
most kids for sure did not think
And I
that.
think that's why these child stars were like taken advantage, because
Advantage.
while they were doing these skits, they didn't know everything to them was very innocent, or like,
Right.
they were told it was funny, like do this scene, like do it this way, it will
It'll
be
be
more
so
funny,
right.
you know?
Mm-hmm.
It's like, I don't know, it's sad.
It's sad and it almost makes me feel like that I supported something like this. Like obviously at
Right.
the time,
You
like
didn't know.
I didn't know. So I'm not gonna put too much pressure on myself. But as an
Yeah.
adult, it's like, well, I'm a mom now and I'm an adult. Like I'm gonna do better. I'm going to
Yeah.
vet shows better because you never know what our kids are like watching.
Mm-hmm.
You just now with everything that has come out, it's like, oh my gosh, I can't even imagine going through any of what those stars went through and having to perform and like make an income for their families,
I know.
you know?
It's crazy. There was this other scene. I don't know if it made it to the documentary, but I saw it on TikTok. One of the skits in the Amanda show, like, I'm sure you remember, like the popcorn pants. Do you
I don't know
remember?
why
My popcorn pants.
that sounds so familiar.
The popcorn that pops in your pants. You look it up
Yeah.
later.
Mhm.
It's weird. It's fucking
Yeah.
weird. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like, obviously, you watch it now as an adult and you're like, okay, like this is like sexual, like it's
Yeah.
weird.
See, and that's the thing as like a producer of a child show,
Hmm.
why would you produce content like that?
I think the 90s and the early thousands were just like a different time. I think
And
that's what it is.
and that's what I was trying to think. Like, I have all these emotions now as a parent in 2024.
Yeah.
And I keep thinking, well, back then, there weren't these hostile environment laws. There weren't these, like,
Yeah, that too. It wasn't.
it wasn't like as, what's the word I'm looking for? Structured
Yeah,
in an organization where your boss can tell you to yell out derogatory words. Your
exactly.
boss can't make you do certain things. I mean, don't get me wrong.
Times are so different now, girl.
Times are so different now, and it's just like,
It's
it is
crazy.
insane. It is, like you said, crazy. And the fact
Hmm.
that some of these workers in the writing room, the production staff, like, had to go through like workplace abuse.
Yeah, these kids were underpaid,
Underpaid,
overworked. Like,
overworked.
it's so sad. It's crazy.
It is, and it makes me like after this documentary comes out, like what's the point in putting your kids in movies nowadays? Maybe nowadays are
Oh, it's
like
probably,
different,
yeah.
you know, but like what's the word? What's what's the dream? I don't see the point. I don't see why for myself, not for parents. Why would I
Yeah.
want that for my kids? You know, to put them
I
through that trauma.
I get you. Yeah, I definitely understand.
And
I
like you as a person who like modeled back in the
Mhm.
time, like I'm sure you haven't seen like it all, but like
No.
could you imagine if like your mom didn't like protect you the way that she did? Where would you be now?
Yeah. Yeah, you have to it looking at the documentary and seeing some of these parents talk or speak, and um hearing about Drake's mom, and you're just sitting there watching like, you didn't do enough. Like, why? Like, why?
Yeah.
Just so your kids can, or just so you can get your 5 minutes of fame, just so you can get that bank, just like,
Mhm.
really, like, was it really that worth it?
Was it worth it not protecting your son? And I have
Yeah. Oh
words
my God.
that honestly, as a mom, she failed him
Yeah,
miserably.
let's dive into it.
Yeah.
Hearing it broke my heart. I feel for Drake. Bell like so much. First of all, like, this was his first time speaking on what happened.
Right.
Like, that took a lot of courage. Because I'm sure he's not the first victim, male victim that this happens to, that this has happened to. But also, like, I told you earlier, like, did you watch what the cast of Ned's Declassified said about him?
On I believe a TikTok live, right?
Yeah, and it's like, people like that are the reason that a lot of these male victims
don't speak up.
Don't
and
speak
they
up.
Suffer in silence.
Yeah, it's so sad, but he is so brave for like putting his story out there, and like you could just see the pain. Like he was so uncomfortable. Like you could see it.
It was very uncomfortable, and it was just
really
like,
hard for him to talk about. That part when he was like, they asked him like what
happened, Brian, like what exactly happened,
and he was like, picture, what was it that he said? Like,
I think he said something, picture the worst thing that could happen.
Yeah.
And that's what happened.
That's what happened, yeah.
And I was like,
yeah.
Wow.
He said, yeah, the worst thing that yeah, that's crazy. Oh my god.
And then they showed like in the court documents what had happened, and I was just like,
I know.
Wow.
I know. And the way that this was kept secret for so long and nobody knew, and he wanted to like try to stay anonymous as much as he could, like, yeah, just think about all the like hurt, like all that stuff that he had bottled up inside of him. Like, that's just, and he so
still
sad.
Showed up to work. He still showed up.
You would have never known.
He was on movies more than just Drake and Josh, because I love Chaper by the Dozen with him.
Oh my god, I forgot he was in that.
I forgot what other movie he was in. I love
that movie. That's one of my favorite movies.
Yeah, same. And it's just like, and you still showed up to work.
It was his dream.
You still did the damn thing.
It was his dream.
It was his dream. But going back to his mom, what pissed me, she fucking failed him. But what pissed me off so much with his mom is when the dad, I guess, transferred over his rights from him being a manager to now his mom. His dad told him, don't leave him alone with X, Y, and Z. And she did exactly that time after time after time.
Yes, he was like, no matter what you do not let him near Brian, you know. Don't leave him alone with him.
And she did just that.
And like the fact that he would bring it up to production, and like, and
production was like, they didn't take him being a homophobic.
Yeah, like, what?
Like, are you serious? Because back in the day, you know, you had to be very like cautious with how you were presenting yourself. And it's just like, whoever told the father that should be fined too. Should be held accountable. Because, like, how dare you thinking being all touchy with a child is okay? Whether you're gay or straight.
Yeah, no.
Your hands does not belong on a child's shoulders, back, face, waist. No, you can give a child a handshake. That's it. There should not be no touchy feely. So I feel like they knew exactly who Brian was, and was just like,
they just
brush it under the bush.
Well, that's how Hollywood is. Yeah. But it's just sad because I feel like Drake was just so innocent, and shoot, I lost my train of thought.
He was so innocent, and he was taken full advantage of.
Yeah.
And his dad, what makes me also very mad at the mom. But the dad did everything that he could to protect him, and you could tell the dad is so guilty. It's like,
he does feel very guilty. You
like,
can see the pain in his eyes.
You can see the pain in his eyes, and the moment they asked him, like when you found out, like, how did you react?
Oh, yeah.
Within seconds, he was crying, and Abraham was like in tears.
Yeah.
Because he's like, you just see the pain in his eyes, how he feels so guilty, and it's not even his fault. Like, Abraham was pissed at the mom. He was like, how the fuck
I
did
just remembered the fact that like they made Drake feel like they try to distance himself from his dad, like try to make it seem like, oh, he doesn't have your best interest. And I feel that's the same thing they did to Amanda Bynes. Well, what Dan Schneider did to Amanda Bynes. That made her, I don't know if she actually went through with it, but made her want to emancipate herself from her parents. He kept pushing her to do that.
Yeah.
Like, who in the right mind who does that?
Mm-hmm.
But that's I feel like that was the same thing with Drake, and that's what drove him to part ways with his dad. Like,
yeah, it's sad,
which is really sad because the dad was really had his best interests at heart, and he really wanted to protect him. And things could have been
a little bit different.
Yeah.
I feel like a lot of people don't understand grooming is such a big thing. Like, there's a lot of people that I hear their stories and I'm just like, that don't sound right. That sounds like you were groomed.
Right.
You were groomed. This isn't no 20, 30, 50-year age gap. Like, you were dead ass groomed. Mm-hmm. And I feel like that's so, like, no one talks about grooming techniques. Like, look at Demi Lovato when she dated Wilmer Valder, blah blah. If you see his ex list, they were all young while he was old, and it's like, no, like, no,
I know, it's really weird.
Not happen. It's really weird. Brandy's mom.
Oh yeah, I know you sent me that video today on TikTok.
Brandy's mom. I don't understand how something can happen to your daughter inappropriately.
How old was she? 7, 9?
I think 9 or 11.
Dude.
Doesn't matter. Underage, you have evidence that someone did something inappropriate, sent something inappropriate to your daughter.
And you didn't go to the police.
And you didn't go to police because you don't want to be seen as a bad mom. I'm sorry.
Like, you're a bad mom because you didn't go to the police.
You didn't go to the police, and you allow this person to continue to prey on innocent little girls to the point that this man actually took action and did something. So I believe it was a 9-year-old.
And she probably thought, like, oh, well, this is Hollywood. Like, he's famous. Like, that's, and that...
I think everyone forgets in the beginning of her story. She said her mom was like a lawyer or a paralegal of something, of like these Hollywood stars. And Brandy's mom wanted to be a child actor. And the mom was like, no, I know exactly what goes behind closed doors. You're not going to do it.
And then, I don't understand. Yeah.
It's like Brandy's mom. I forgot her name. But she'll go by Brandy's mom. How the hell is it that you just ignore this big information that your mother gave to you, and the reason why that you're not, a Hollywood star, yet you put your child in harm's way, knowing this information?
Girl, when I heard the story, my mouth was floored.
Abraham was pissed.
Like, what?
I was like, excuse me, what? Like,
oh my God, I can't even imagine.
And then not to tell the other moms or the other parents that were in the group, warn them.
Something. Like,
I'm like, ma'am, you should be held accountable as well. Because you knew exactly who this person was. You knew exactly what this person did to your child. And you let it continue happening with other children.
I almost feel like had she done something, had she gone to the police, maybe they would have done a deep investigation. Maybe, obviously he would have been fired right off the get-go. They would have maybe looked into Brian Peck. I don't know.
Right.
But I feel like a lot of things
could have been different.
Could have been different, yeah.
Could have been different.
I can't help but wonder,
Right, I can't help but I can't imagine not going to the police and being like, yeah, I let an adult email my daughter, but please don't think of me as a bad mom. Like, shut up. Come on now. Oh my goodness.
Yeah. That documentary was really, eye-opening.
It was very eye-opening, the amount of unprotected these childhood stars were. I mean, there were parents on set that were questioning everything, and ultimately, like, their child got fired and didn't return back, which I'm like, kudos to you for being the outspoken parent and not putting your child in, like, harm's way, because I don't think I could just stand back and allow things to, like, happen. If something seems off, say something. Like, don't let the fame, don't let all this money get into your head. Like, your child's a child. Let your child be a child.
Right.
Not a freaking workaholic. And then look at all these childhood stars.
They're crazy.
They have all these issues.
Well, I don't want to use that. That's a very insensitive word, but you know what I mean.
Yeah. They're all like in this state of mind where they can't trust anybody, low self-esteem.
Yeah, they turn to substance abuse.
Right. And they get into, like, you know, people that they shouldn't be with, and now they're in, like, all these abusive like, it's just so much that just comes in hand with being a childhood star, and I just don't see the glory of it.
Yeah.
You know.
I know.
You know, as a mom, I don't see it.
But I do know that there's some childhood stars that I feel like their parents were.
They did well.
They did well. Like, I know Hilary Duff. Like, I know her mom. Like, Hilary Duff never fell into, like, any of, like, the scandals or drugs or anything like that. And I think her mom was very present in all of, you know, jobs, gigs, whatever that she did.
There's Selena Gomez. I don't think there was ever anything about her with, like, substance abuse. At least I don't think there was. I can't really remember.
Yeah, didn't her documentary come out recently?
I didn't watch it, but she fell into, like, substance abuse, like alcohol and stuff.
Yeah,
I think so. Oh, Selena girl.
Yeah.
Oh man.
That's actually a good documentary. You should watch that one.
Isn't it on, like, Apple TV? I don't have that.
Oh, I don't know. I don't remember.
Yeah, I think it was on a network, and I was like, well, I don't have it. I can't watch it. Yeah. Oh my goodness. But I think at the end of the day, as a parent, one of your, like, number one jobs is to make sure that your kids are protected at all costs.
100%.
At all costs. And
that's your number one job.
That's your number one job, is to protect them. If you don't know how to protect them, gain some advice, seek help. Like, you're not a bad parent if you see something. You need to say something.
You have to, because that one incident, anything could really ruin your child's future. You know,
like,
it could really impact them for the rest of their lives. Like, you have to think about that.
Yeah, you have to think about anytime you leave a child, like, alone, you're not there, you're not able to see them. You have to be able to, like, overthink a little bit. I personally trust no one with my kids, even if I'm at, like, a family member's house.
I don't trust anybody.
I don't see my child in eyesight, I'm walking over there and I'm being with them. Like, when I go hang out, 1,000%. When I go hang out with people, I'm with my kids at all times, sitting on the floor. I'm not socializing with family members, catching up. I'm with my kid because I need to protect them at all costs. And if something happens and I'm not there, I know that would eat me alive.
Yeah, I'm right there with you. I completely agree.
And, like, sleepovers and stuff, you can't trust that.
You can't, unfortunately.
You can't. And if you do it, that's great. There's no judgment here, just for us.
Just for us personally.
I need to be overprotective with my kids.
Same. And we are a strict no sleepover zone over here.
Same.
I was talking to my mom the other day, and our conversation was cut off short, but I had said something, like, right before she had to go. I said, oh yeah, Grayson will not be partaking in any sleepovers when he's older. She was like, what? Why? And I'm like, that I couldn't get into it with her, but I wanted to. because she had to go. But yeah, there's a million reasons that why, but you just gotta be careful.
Trust no one with your kids. No one. All in all, these shows were just flat out inappropriate. Like, they're so 100%. Inappropriate that, like, I can't even repeat it on this podcast.
I know.
Because, like, I don't want this episode to get flagged.
I can't watch those shows.
Like, there's so many things that happen, like, on Zoe 101 that, like, now I'm
I know.
Like, no.
I remember when we were little and we would have the Amanda show on, my aunt would always be like, she's like, I don't want to watch this show. This is so stupid. She knew off the bat. She was like, this is weird. Like, why are you kids watching this?
Yeah. She's in that mindset that trust nobody.
Yeah.
Like, she's always like, no sleepovers, trust nobody.
Yep.
No one's sleeping over my house. Like, she's been in that mindset.
She has been. Yeah.
She's like, so she understands. We had to, like, tell her what we watched because she was like, I'm not watching it. She's like, nope, that's gonna make me very uncomfortable. So we were kind of giving her a quick, like, spark note of it, and she was just like, what is wrong with these mothers and these parents? They need to be held accountable. Like, she too was like pissed. She was like, oh my god, my heart breaks for them and all this stuff. It's like, yeah,
I know. I feel bad for Amanda Bynes. Poor girl.
Yeah. There's so much on, like, TikTok that I can't like, it's so hard to, like, mentally digest. But after this documentary came out, I know on my side of TikTok, there's so many more people posting, like, past interviews with, like, stars, like, in the past, like, trying to, like, bring it up and on. I'm just like, this is insane. The thing that I said too about those jokes, and I was just like,
I think it's good that this documentary came out because I feel like it's going to shed light to
a lot. I think workplace laws for children and for everybody, I think it's going to get a little stricter.
I think so too, and I'm thinking that a lot of these producers, actors, I think they're on their toes right now after that documentary came out.
They're probably like,
oh shit, like, because like you said, a lot of these interviews are coming out from years ago.
And that is the beauty in TikTok.
Yeah, right. That's the beauty of social media.
That's the beauty of social media, because if it's out there, someone's doing the work.
Yep.
And someone's gonna light that shit on fire. Literally.
I know. That's crazy.
Everyone, I think y'all need to buckle down. I think you guys need to start looking for other jobs. See you in ShopRite, producers.
Yeah. Log into your old Twitter accounts. Delete shit that you don't... No, I'm just kidding.
It's online forever.
Yeah.
It's online forever. All I'm saying. Just retire.
Yeah. Yeah.
Retire.
Now's your chance.
Now's your chance to retire. Retire, because shit.
Oh my god. But really quick before we close out, did you watch Dan Schneider's quote unquote apology?
I saw like 2 minutes of it and I said, this is not
sincere at all. Yeah, definitely scripted.
This is not scripted whatsoever. I've actually had to deal with a very bad employee relation investigation, and his apology reminded me of the time that someone in the workplace had to apologize, and when they left, I said, he's done this speech before. He has practiced his speech time after time. That was too well, and that's how I felt about Dan Schneider's apology.
I mean, you could just tell that it wasn't sincere.
There was no remorse.
There was no remorse at all.
As a producer, you're held to a high standard. You should have known not to treat your workers in that atmosphere.
Yeah, he's just saying something now because the documentary came out.
Because he's scared.
Yeah,
he's scared of these Twitter thugs twiddling their thumbs and posting things out there. He's scared.
Yeah.
He's a scaredy cat.
Retire now.
Retire now.
Save your money.
Save your money.
Call it a day.
Yeah, don't even bother to update with your life. Just disappear.
No, yeah.
But like not like dead.
No.
Disappear, because like,
no,
oh my god, can you
Amaris.
imagine something happens and they come back to this episode? Just go live under a rock. You get agents knocking on the door like, you
okay, Amaris.
I can't with you. All right, guys, that's all we have for today. Thank you so much for listening. As you know, we're on TikTok, YouTube, and Instagram, so give us a follow. We also have our personal TikToks account, so if you're interested in seeing behind the scenes, we'll be on our personal TikToks. Happy Thursday. Have a great weekend. See you next time.
Bye, guys.
Bye.